what is the purpose of a funeral?
Purpose of the funeral is for the family to come together to celebrate the life of the person that's passed on. It serves three major functions for a family. One, it begins the physiological process of grief. What happens is, when the family comes into the funeral home for the visitation of the funeral, the brain is stimulated three ways. They see the physical deceased in the casket. That reaffirms that they're dead in their mind, and it begins the process of grief. So the purpose of the funeral in the United States of America is so that families can learn to live well again after the loss of a loved one, and to begin the healthy process of grief.
Okay. What types of funeral services exist?
Well, there's all types of funeral services. There's your traditional funeral services where the body is present, placed in a casket. We hold a visitation and funeral, and then we have a graveside service the next day. Then there's a newer form of disposition, if you will, where everything is the same as a traditional funeral. The only difference is the deceased is placed in a rental casket for the viewing and funeral, and then instead of going to the cemetery, we go to the crematory, and that's what we call full service cremation. And then the third option that you have is it's not really third, there's several, but you have a direct cremation, where the families come in, they just want them cremated, you hand them the ashes back, that's it. Then there's another service where you do a direct cremation, but you hold a memorial service. So instead of having the body present, you'll have an urn, some pictures, flowers, things like that, and have a memorial service and or what they call celebration of life. So that's pretty much the meat and potatoes of the service. Of course, you can have immediate burials as well, where there's, we just place them in the casket and take them to the graveyard and bury them. Gravesides only, and I believe that encompasses all of them.
Okay.
Go ahead. This is the medical examiner's office.
Okay.
Holding funeral home.